get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Like with that plus one, big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
TrapNdaBox.
Yes, sir. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here, man.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Episode 2.
Doing good. Pretty good reaction. Episode 1.
What you hearing? What's the good and what's the bad? Let's talk with the bad first.
Well, the bad, I've heard people suggest that we're going to fall out soon.
Yeah, man. We both get into it with everybody.
That's what they say. I don't even classify my classes as getting into it or falling out with half these cats, but I understand what they're saying. But then some of the good, someone stated they seem like we've been podcasting
What you want to say?
for years.
What you think is the best spot for it?
You can set it right there.
Figure it out.
Into.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, bam. And then
for those of y'all who don't know, man.
You just activated, push the power on the
my bad.
We're still getting it together here, y'all, but y'all see the progress.
I'm trying to put Spider Loc on all the streaming platforms, y'all. I'm trying to get them on there, man. I'm trying to get them on there. Good Twitch, Rumble, Kicks, and all that.
What you doing? You blocking my, I can't.
Oh, my bad. I'm not. No, we'll figure it out. We do it like this. We'll figure it out. Look, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Let me make some room for you. What the hell? Why is it? Okay, look. I just need these 3, so you can go back right here.
Okay, man. Hey, y'all bear with us, man. We figuring it out. We figuring it out.
Man, it's been, how's your week been?
Can't complain, man. Kids is on summer break. So it's fighting during the week. It's football at night, you know, active household. They up at 8:30. Go ahead, clean up. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in the house by 9:30. Get them ready. They do fight training for 2 hours. Kick it throughout the day. I let them, you know, video games. Go ahead, kick it, eat, all that.
Hey, man, I ain't trying to be a star on this live stream all by myself, bro.
Hold on.
You put on the fan. You might widen it up some. There you go. Or scoot the fan up.
We're going to figure it out, y'all. We're going to figure this out. But no, man, just parenting, making sure the kids is right, making sure the kids is living how they supposed to live, making sure they doing what they supposed to do and all that. Making sure everything is just the household, fool. You feel me? Black parenting.
As you should.
Black parenting, man. Got family court.
Oh yeah, how's that coming, man? I heard some clips through the last few months or so, man. What's your total now? You was spending quite a bit.
$37,000 since November on this lawyer to maintain custody of this little boy.
Hey, salute to fatherhood, though.
Man, for sure. So that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. So I don't know if for my fan base who watching, y'all seen I went and did no. I used to do my sneaker hauls. Go to the resellers. I ain't tripping. However I can find us, however I can find them. We're going to buy 4, 5, 6 pair of Jordans. Go get the kids, everything, blah, blah, blah. You ain't seen me do that in a little second. I did that in a second. Now, the kids ain't missing nothing, but I ain't putting nothing new on my feet since November.
Right, as you should.
Yeah.
Ain't no hood like fatherhood.
For sure.
The main things about parenting is sacrifice. If you can't sacrifice, you ain't really a parent.
No.
Oh, my mama. What's been going on in these YouTube streets?
Man, so we gonna get in my business first, you'll get in your business first.
Well, I'm gonna let you know what? Trap in the box. Starts with trap. The box is mine.
Man.
Trapping in it. So I kind of like feel like yo co-host. So
okay.
I kind of like, you know, I do all the
so you put it on me.
I do all the pre-production. I feel like a little bit of responsibility.
Man, I think that you got to be careful saying these dudes' name, man. They throwing strikes like the major leagues these days.
Well, you know what? You swift with the verbals. You ought to have it.
I'm gonna just say this. We're gonna call him the ice cream man, not Spody Face. Okay. But the ice cream man, I'm kicking it last Saturday. It's about 10:30. Laying up with my girl, you know what I'm saying? We watching Marvel. I'll be watching the Marvel movies you ever watch them in chronological order?
I have not.
So that's what we on right now because I'm a nerd like that.
Okay.
So I'm watching Deadpool and Wolverine, enjoying my night, and I get a text, and it's the ice cream man. Man, you keep pulling up, you keep talking about me, I'm gonna come see you, or some little loose little threat. But do you want to come watch Deadpool versus Wolverine? Like, come see me for what?
TikTok?
Yeah. So you know me, can never be serious about nothing. You feel me? Never can be serious about nothing. The first thing I did say was, and I sent you the screenshot. The first thing I did say was, you too old to be putting this in text messages. If you're gonna bust your move, bust your move. But at your age of being at least 45 to 50, you should know not to put these types of things on text messages. However, should you want to converse about the situation, you could pull up, we can figure it out. And at which point there was no more whatever. But after I got the text, my first thing was to call. Because I don't want to play the text message game. I'll call, what's happening? You have a burning desire?
I can go.
He didn't answer.
Mm.
So that's where the text messages come out. You feel me? But to all the people watching my camera, to all the people watching these dudes on YouTube, man, don't believe them when they say, oh, nothing bothers me, nothing bothers me. We're all human. So, and I think that that's a lost admission in our space.
True.
We all get bothered. I said something, you didn't care for it. You have my contact, and you felt like you wanted to accost me based off what you said, what I said. Now, I don't have to agree or disagree with your feelings, but you're a human and you're allowed to feel that way.
Tell me, what would you have deemed a more appropriate way for him to go about not liking what you said?
If you want to text me at 10:30 in the morning or 10:30 at night, be ready to bust your move at 10:30 at night. Don't waste my time and don't waste your own. I'm not mad at a grown man for wanting to be a grown man. If you feel like I did or said something to you and it warrants a physical hand-to-hand issue, whatever, come on. That's how I play anyway. I ain't tripping. That's more than fine with me. But don't bother me, disrupt my night. Now you done got my little blood pressure all high because I'm thinking I'm finna get outside to go have some fun. You feel me? And then you don't follow up.
Do you have any thoughts of his costume that he wore the latest costume he wore to No Jumper?
I think that Spody Face made a good point. I'm not from that area and that community. Shout out to those guys. But I would assume as a human, and now I'm just looking at it as a grown man, no gang relation, before I'm ever upset at what goes on outside of my household, I check what's going on inside of my household. So when you decide to go up to No Jumper, and I get it, it's the shock value. It's so we can have these type of conversations and keep them in the algorithm and all that. And that's fine. Y'all all go follow Compton Rick Rock. Everybody go follow him. Give him a like. You can say positive.
You want the ice cream in?
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
you can say positive things. You got to make sure you feel me?
Okay,
So y'all all go follow Compton Rick Rock, run his likes up, whatever. If that's what you into, that's what you into. That's fine. Myself personally, you can't tell me, oh, well, man, you stay out your hood, your homies this, your homie blah, blah. Anything criminal related, don't tell me about jaywalking if you're going to put on a police uniform. Don't tell me anything about anything illegal, period. Don't tell me how you stole a pack of double mint from the corner store.
Yeah, I didn't understand the uniform, bro. I didn't quite get it. I'm sure he has some type of logical explanation.
He say he making a movie.
Oh, he's making a movie.
So he says.
Well, if he's making a film.
But how long he been making these movies?
But if you're making a film, what's the point of coming to represent yourself and not the character that you was playing in the film on the interview? You wasn't representing the character.
He saw I work for his big homie with the badge.
I don't know, man.
He seen it work. I mean, all right, let me ask this question. When the badge came out, did you make content on it? Because I did.
I believe I did. I'm sure I did.
And did that keep them in the algorithm?
Sure.
If that's your version of a win, who am I to say you a loser?
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Now, that's not how I want to win. You feel me? I would never in my life, like, what? You just woke up every day and said, I'm going to put somebody in jail or even pretend to be somebody going to jail or going to jail?
It's funny to me that now that completes the whole trio. 600, oh no 100, and now Rick Rock have all badged up. That's like they the Badge Boys.
And you know what? They're a boy band. They're the Badge Boys.
The Badge Boys.
They're the Badge Boys, man.
And when you look at the size, I could just see them flanking, oh no 100 in the middle.
Yep.
And the two big dudes on the outside holding up them badges. You did that, Rick Rock. I don't know what your motivation was for doing that, bro, but you did that. Please make me. You shooting the movie, that's one thing, but you were not filming at No Jumper. We got pretty comfortable in that uniform and scene.
But here's the thing, too. Am I tripping, or is Adam pretty much playing chess with these dudes? Because it's like, instead of beefing with you, I'll just offer you a seat at my table, and now you can't make any more bad videos about me.
Well, Adam seems to have, that's been his MO.
Yeah.
It's like he's basically acquires a lot of his hosts or guests or people by people who have picked the bone with him from a distance. Seems like that's one of the ways to get up on Adam and get invited there.
Hey, that shocked me. By I would expect it. This is what I will say. I did expect, and this is my expectations of him. It might not be his expectations of himself, but I would have expected more from Rick Rock than that. I was shocked to see him at No Jumper. I see a lot in these YouTube streets. That was something I was like, damn.
Yeah, earlier on when Rick Rock was trying to find his way and find his place, it's kind of understandable.
Right.
But now that he's got so much motion, so much direction, I'm kind of curious as to why he would feel the need to be up there too with all the questionable activities.
And it's not like Rick, this is what I will say, speaking positively. He has made some comments and some conversations about that. As far as us being black, those points are valid. We might not all get along with the YouTube stuff. We might all make our videos, talk trash, blah, blah, blah. But even when Flacco was going at Chubb the Builder, I did a reaction. I didn't make no jokes. I didn't minimize nothing that Flacco said because you can't do that in front of the other races. You feel me? So you know how I feel about Flacco. Everybody do.
Cold for the stuff.
But in that situation, no fat jokes, no step, nothing. Utmost respect, because the topic we talking about does affect me as well. So when Rick Rock was making his bones and his gripes about not even just no jumper, but just how you could use that as an example of how we should be more unified, I was with him. I was rocking with him. And then, even though I don't care for other things, but you can pick what you don't like, keep what you do.
Right.
And then I look up, you in here dressed like a hall monitor.
Not the almighty hall monitor.
Like, bro.
But it's crazy that he chose to come up there, the message that he was trying to give Vladimir.
He was hot, fool. He wasn't trying to hear that.
And then just look, you see what took place yesterday?
Man.
Shout out to the homegirl, Lightwood.
Chucky Barbie.
Yeah.
Chucky Barbie.
Evil 90s or something crazy.
Man.
Did not expect to see that. What's your thoughts on that?
So, can I dive down the rabbit hole? Conspiracy theory? The street saying that boy Wax set him up. That's what they saying. That's what they saying. Now, I can neither confirm nor deny, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it like this. Go back and watch the YouTube. You will see who first person to drop the content, and I got a quick little phone call from her.
So who was the first person to drop the content?
Well, Adam dropped it, and then
you got
know what I'm saying? I took it to the streets. I called her up. What you on? Wooty bam. She in the video. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it. Not saying nothing crazy, but y'all go check it out. But off camera, once everything got settled down, everybody got home, everybody got dropped off, little birdie called me, and he was like, "Yeah, man, how you think they knew?" I said, "Well, I would assume that y'all was watching the members, you know, because you could pay to watch the members of Whack Pack and all that. But then I thought about who I was talking to. You're not paying for that. I pay for it because this is what I'm into, and it's an investment or whatever, blah blah blah. But he ain't paying for that. You feel me?" And I'm like, "Damn, how did you know?" He goes, "Man, the boy called us and said he up here." And then, but here go the cold part about it. Earlier that day, let me show you this. This ain't for the camera, but I'm gonna show you that. I went to go tell you about, you know, the lawyer and the paralegal and all that kind of stuff.
So was they?
This is where they was.
Who was the target? Like, was it DC Baby Draco?
Yeah. So that's where they was when they hit me, but I was at the lawyer's office.
Oh, so this is what you're talking about?
Yeah. So, but you see, that's at 12 noon. And then they bye over there. You feel me?
Oh, so it was already.
So they knew they was up. So, but when they hit me earlier, they wasn't knowing that. They wanted to do interviews and all that. I said, "Let me hit you when I'm done with the lawyer. We're gonna figure it out, blah, blah, blah." Next thing I know, y'all niggas is on no jumper. I said, "How did y'all get from being where y'all was at way over there?" "Man, we got the call." That makes sense. Because I was supposed to link up with y'all. Y'all got a call. Now y'all that way.
That's who, when I met her, that's
who you met. Yeah. You feel me?
That's crazy.
So now y'all that way. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Because I know that y'all been on my line. You know how he is. When he wants something, he wants something. So he been on my line for a minute about sitting down. All right, bet, let's do it. And then now y'all like no jumper. You had to have got the call.
What was the issue with Draco?
That's his little woo-wop.
Oh, so that was...
Let's see. All right, see, but this is where I get... Now, pay attention, sports fans.
Because, you know, from my understanding, see, what?
He's not denying that either. That's what they got. They got, you know, whatever. But I'll say this. Pay attention to this. Me and you know dealing with women that gangbang is number one a no-no. Number one a no-no. That could be the homegirl.
That's it.
That's real sis. My girl ain't never got to worry about me talking to you, sis.
That's it. That's all.
Because when she starts tripping, it's going to turn into something deeper. Now you got to deal with the homies. And then speaking politically, DC Baby Draco, you with the BPSs on that Martin Luther King situation, you go to jail at the park in Jim Gilliam. You get protected by the Bloods while in jail.
So now, from his inception as an LA figure, has it now?
He is not, man. I'm not taking that. No.
Is it now assumed that he's affiliated with that section over there? Because it seems like
I'm not gonna BS. It to me looks like that's who he favors. It looks like that's DC Baby B team. That's what it appears to me.
Damn.
Because even when you look at it, where you go to jail at, who you with on that Martin Luther King thing, who's protecting you in jail, and then you go back and you watch the clip, all you hear is damn blood, damn blood, damn blood. So you with Damus at no jumper when she pulls up with the Crips.
Draco, you chose up? No hate, just curiosity. You wouldn't be the first one to come out here and spend some time being.
That's because he can't go back. See, hold on, time out. The boy can't go back over there. That's why he's here. up to the Bay.
Oh, he can't?
No, the boy can't go back over there. They told that boy to stay out of here, man. Based off this type of stuff. And if you go and you look at the comments and shout out to the homegirl Strong Iro, she from Oakland, she from out there. This what he do. He create problems, he create chaos. But I'll say this. It's nothing personal, but I always thought that he was bad for our side anyway.
Why was that?
Okay, let's take gangbanging out of it. Take gangbanging out of it. We all work at Walmart. Me and you a new hire. We got Sarah, who's the head of management. I'm right here in the middle as the assistant manager. So I'm gonna go smoke weed with you, kick it, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm gonna go smoke weed with Sarah. But then smoking weed with Sarah, I might slip up and tell Sarah where me and you smoke weed at on our lunch breaks. So me and Sarah know to bank off to another parking lot to go smoke our weed. But me and you might go ahead and hit the little corner behind the freight dock or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm just talking too much and now Sarah know about the spot. It don't even have to be about gangbanging.
Or he don't even have to have bad intentions in order for things to get crossed up. He got perfectly good intentions and things still can get tricky.
Bingo. But now take it to a gangbanging level. You he kicking it with the ninjas who may or may not just popped at me. Now you want to come over here? Now you know all the spots. I ain't gonna say what hood, but he was doing a video and he's showing real time on his YouTube studio. He leaves, some other little dudes slide right in, whoa, 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 and then get up out of there. So you unknowingly giving up spots, you create mess. But then even deeper than all this, I land my plane, it's overall snitching. Hood vlogs ain't nothing but telling on yourself.
I agree, especially the way that they're conducted a lot of times. Whether it's snitching or not, it's overexposing. I think, in the culture of street gangs, illegalities, violence, a lot of what is being exposed is not for the public.
It's not for the public. So even with, I don't know how you feel about him, but I think Alex Alonso did great street interviews.
He did, definitely.
He didn't show nothing that's going to get you incriminated. And should something to have been shown that was incriminating, he going to get you up out of there with the edit. Alex Alonso did his with responsibility, and he did his with class.
Yeah, my first interview or first time working with Alex Alonso was doing a street interview in the section. We actually went to Compton, and we went to the section. Shout out Alex Alonso.
So nothing about that interview made you feel like, damn, thinking back now in 2026, can I go to jail for that? Nothing.
No, I mean,
Alex kept it clean.
Alex kept it clean, and I would never do anything to incriminate myself either.
But then now, and I'll get this too, they'll say, well, you can't make these dudes say whatever on camera, facts, you feel me? But at the same time too, I know that be careful. I can't make an addict indulge in a substance, but if I go to Scare Rock with an 8-ball.
True.
You feel me?
But that's the same thing about the controversy about people wanting no jumper, saying too much. People always debate, or does Vladimir have any responsibility in that, or is it all on the person talking, even though he keeps facilitating the environment for these conversations to be had? What are your thoughts on that?
This is what I'll say about Adam. He's the devil you can trust. You can't trust the devil, but you can trust him to tell you that he's the devil. He's the devil you can trust. You know that you can't trust him because he's the devil. He told you that. Adam will look you in your face and say, I don't believe in God. Why would I do that? He'll look you dead in your face and say that.
I heard him say the reason why he allows black men to run up in his wife is because it's the best way he thought to slap, he can spit in God's face.
So, with that being said, how much empathy do you want me to expect out of a man who has none for his wife? The only thing Adam cares about is his daughter.
I'm not sure he cares about his daughter so much.
I think he do.
When asked on a public platform if his very tender age young daughter would grow up and follow in the footsteps of his wife and get her brains banged out and gangbangs on camera, he said he wouldn't mind. So I don't know how much concern.
Let me ask you this. You think he really meant that? Or do you think he was just saying that because white people play like that?
I don't know how white people play. I know a lot of white people, and they never play with their child's sexuality like that. So
True.
I believe the same way he was bold enough to profess how he feels about God, I'd take him at his word that he would support his young daughter getting gangbanged by a lot of mandingos the same way he supports his wife does.
Let me ask you this then. Why would he get so mad at T-Rail for disrespecting his daughter then? If he was ready to get out with T-Rail.
I believe he thought he was supposed to.
I
don't believe he was extremely angry. And if maybe he was just angry that it was T-Rail and the fact that he was exchanging unpleasantries with T-Rail. I just think he was angry in general. But I don't think anyone has disrespected his daughter the way he has himself by expressing a lack of concern with her growing up and getting her brains out by a bunch of men. Like, who would say that about
Where's this interview?
Oh, I mean, we're glad to do some research, but
Yeah. Chat, y'all get on that.
he said it on multiple occasions. Like,
Oh, no jumper?
yes, people was asking.
Damn.
Like, somebody was trying to challenge him and ask him how would he feel if his daughter.
You see, I'm trying to throw him a lifeline.
There's-
You
it's a
see, I'm throwing it.
But it's crazy that you would try to
Golly.
save the character of someone who we just agree is unwilling to spit in the face of God.
Well, see, here's the thing about this. This is what I say. And because I ain't nobody's judge, jury, and executioner. Even when it came to the fake divorce, real divorce, I felt bad for the kid.
I didn't
So
even think about it.
that's how, because he's so caught up in just boy, you know what I'm saying? You didn't even think about the kid. But that'd be my one thing with I could say with Adam, but with anybody. Damn, what about the kid though? Because let's say everything was true with that divorce, kid finna be fucked.
Man.
But at the same time, too, it could be a better environment than separate for the kid. I don't know. I just try to, you get where I'm going with this, though.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I just, like, when I think of the antics that are associated and attached to Vladimir, I never.
Wait, what are you calling him?
Vladimir.
You're
Vladimir.
sick. You're sick.
Vladimir.
You're sick.
Yeah, he has a fondness of Vlad that causes him to come across as Vladimir. They're similar.
I get what you said.
Yeah, that's what it is. The no jumper universe just never ceases to amaze me, the things that we see. What about allegedly all the weaponry that seemingly popped up when the pepper spray seemed to bring out a whole lot of. I wonder why was I warned and patted down so many times, insisting we get so much evidence of weapons being on deck.
They for sure hit me with the pat down the one time I went in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, they trust other people more, or what is that?
Well, here's the thing. Now, this is what I will say. Wax known for having the woo-wop at no jumper.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where, so we're past these ninjas obviously all having weapons at no jumper.
Right.
This is what's scary to me. You fell and dropped the woo-wop.
Mm-hmm.
So this girl pepper spray you. Here you go, big falling, clumsy, Humpty Dumpty goofball. Drop the woo-wop. They say the clip. Oh, come on, bro. All of our lives are in danger, and it ain't coming from the girl with the pepper spray.
Wow.
You got a man out there with ankle socks and jean shorts, and he fake. First of all, I don't trust a ninja with ankle socks and jean shorts. I don't trust a ninja with ankle socks and jean shorts. You a grown man outside in public with not even like cut off jean shorts like from the store. Like you cut them yourself. Grow up, bro. Grow up, bro. One leg higher than the other. Come on, bro. Grow up, fool.
Were you able to identify?
That's the one that wear the kufi. The one that got his hair braided by the girl. And I think is that Lil Jon?
I heard Lil Jon wears a kufi.
Is that the one who got his hair braided by the girl in Yakima, Washington?
Oh, you lost me.
Chat. Let me know if Lil Jon was the one that got his hair braided. Yakima, Washington. Man, you clutch it. Little bitty what? This whole situation looked dumb. So you got Wack begging for his life. You feel me? You got DC baby Draco getting caught out for a fade, but he don't put his hands up. He pulled his camera out.
But was he getting caught up by a female?
She had the dudes with him.
Oh, she had dudes?
Yeah, she had them, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now it turned into her.
Yeah.
Now, all I saw was her, and I thought it was just that. Now, she had some dudes with her.
She bought the homies. But see, he been playing with her on the internet. You been disrespecting her. You fat B, you with this, you with that. You been playing these D&P games with a girl that's low-key a joint from her section. You feel me? And low-key, nigga, she might whoop you.
And
she might whoop you, fool.
She is a heavyweight.
Yeah, boy.
Sloppy,
look, I got nothing but love for Chunky Barbie.
That's the whole girl.
I will put you in an armbar. Do not back up. I'm too small for that. Back up. Don't run up on me.
Right.
You gonna catch the jujitsu. Back up. You feel me? But when it comes to that, she at the house. He Mike Tyson her ear. You feel me? They at the parking lot. His mama called the police. She ended up on a Citizen app, running, hiding in the bushes. She on live. Citizen app going crazy. Man, this is all this week.
Wow.
This is between the last time I seen you and right now.
Wow.
This is between the last time I seen you and right now. So,
Chunky Barbie, cut it out. It ain't worth it, baby.
But here,
you an ex-con, baby. Like, you don't know when the people
ask me if I told her to leave him alone.
Change for us when the people show up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my. What you were saying though?
Ask me if I told her to leave him alone months ago.
Oh, did you?
You making little comments about Turtle, blah, blah, blah. Don't get into it about that. You tripping. It's not, it don't make sense. He bad peoples, what Braves would say. You feel me?
Who, Draco?
Draco, he bad peoples.
I've never known him to be bad people. Man, I had love for Draco, worked with him. The way the politics came my way, I couldn't do nothing but support him. But why would you say you bad people?
I can smell the mess on you.
Oh yeah, based on
So what all that core stuff, what you maybe not did, I don't know. I ain't gonna get into that because I don't know what you did or what you didn't do, who you did or who you didn't touch. Right. I don't know. You feel me? I got my own whatever. I don't care about that. I'm looking at what I can see you doing in front of my face. I'm watching how you tried to play Spody Face against 4 extras and 4 extras against Spody Face. I'm watching how, because this is something that always kind of bothered me. People on the internet only do this. Real LA niggas don't do this. Oh, I'm in your hood with your homies, you can't even do this and blah, blah. Unless you really ready to step outside, like how Spody Face was ready to step outside, you're not doing that. DC Baby Draco going on the internet with 4 extras because 4 extras is protecting you. Oh, yeah, I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. You antagonizing. Man, go get that nigga a fade then. Give Turtle a fade. If that's how you feel, give Turtle a fade. If you so welcome over here, give Turtle his issue.
He popped up at Cuz podcast. We whacked.
And then what happened?
I mean, he's not the one that was looking for a problem, though. You put a lot of pressure on the non-official. He came a lot.
What?
He came very close. First, he went to somebody's neighborhood from LA. He allegedly had a problem with you.
Who?
You said he had. You just.
Okay, so he went there.
Protect people. Let me
Go ahead.
He went there, and like I got out over here. This is section. He went. You could say he was protected regardless, but then he showed up at the Dude podcast as well, uninvited, while there was problems.
Let me ask you this question. I show up to me and you got the same issue. In this case, I'll be DC Baby Draco, unfortunately. I show up and I'm timid and I'm meek and I'm apologetic and I'm holding my head down. Do you still have a problem or do you just be like, this nigga's a buster?
If I declared you couldn't come here in my hood and you went anyway and all that, and you pop up like that. If you are extremely tail-tucking, cool. We not finna sit. You want to get on regardless. You're not finna come sit.
Okay.
Talk, none of that.
Did you watch the content?
Pieces of it.
He didn't really talk.
Now,
I get you though, removed from the presence period.
I saw him, the content I saw, he was challenging. He wasn't just like it's hard to represent. Now, did he roar up and say, let's get down? I can't necessarily say that, but he wasn't just, okay, I see him even a motherfucker off in his position as well. He was combative in the conversation.
Well, I'll say this. With the information that we have that we can both agree on, that's too much mess amongst my community. Stay it from over here, bro. Go over there. Go to the 2 P's and the B and go interview with Wax Homies.
Have you ever had any personal interaction with him?
One time.
And how did that go?
Good luck.
Huh?
He made one comment. I never said nothing back. Good luck. Good luck. Just, you know my motto, be like that when I see you. Because this is how LA works. We can be where we are now. And then we could decide to go across the street and get something to eat. And then boom, there goes 600. Because LA just happens to work like that. The most random cowboy and loose cannon linking up in Barstow. One going, one coming. It happens. You feel me? So all I'm gonna say is that, if you pray for my presence long enough, God will bless you. God will bless you.
Man, DC Baby Draco don't need to be out here beefing with nobody. I don't think he came out here looking to start no trouble.
Why do you think he came out here? Why do you think he's not home doing that?
I don't want to speculate. I know what you just stated. I've heard other people say he got ran from the Bay. I don't understand how you get ran from the Bay without somebody saying so-and-so put their foot in his ass. Nobody heard him. But they say, hey, you better leave. And he ran off.
He left before he can get the woo-wops. So I get what you're saying. Nobody can say they got on him, but he left before he got on.
How can we confirm he doesn't go back and forth to the Bay and pop in and out and all that?
We can, I would assume to say, you know what? I like something that you said earlier. The same way he was so comfortable going to the 40s and doing that, I would assume he would do that in his own backyard.
Turn the camera on.
Why wouldn't you? You turn the camera on, the girl pepper sprayed you, you got called for a fade, you turned the camera on. Why wouldn't you turn the camera on at home?
Yeah, what do you think about something going down that could be potentially violent? You see us getting heated and everybody filming, bro. Like nobody thought, like, hey, this might get out of hand.
No.
This is
You know what they
this is
thought?
crazy.
They got
What
the
they think?
content. The content came from Adam. The root of the content is Adam's story.
That's the only way we knew it.
That's where I got it from. I'm lying. I got it from Rich Rabbit, who got it from Adam's story. Shout out to Rich Rabbit.
Rich Rabbit.
The black essay. Yeah. That's my dude.
Oh, is that where you from?
He get into it with Peso. Playboys.
Playboys.
Yeah, Playboys. Yeah, I would assume so. Don't let me lie. Yeah.
Okay. I seen he had man as well to No Jumper as well.
Yeah, shout out to Rich Rabbit, man.
Rich Rabbit.
Hey, I say everybody, this is what I will say. Terrell said this to me before. The white boy's paying, he giving away chili. Go get what you can get. I'm never mad at anyone getting their bag. What you do for your money don't affect my pockets. What I do for my money don't affect nobody's pockets. If you feel like that's, what you need to go do it.
Oh yeah, definitely can't watch nobody pockets or not they hustle. But if the conversation comes up and anybody's interested in my perspective on the activities that go down up there, I'm not gonna bite my tongue either. There's a lot of bullshit going up there that I would never ever tolerate. And I know I've been up there on multiple occasions, but there's so many things that have taken place since then that have caused me to deem that place a headquarters. I'm so cool. Oh my mama.
What do you think is the biggest difference between your tenure up there and now?
Well, first and foremost, we've seen that the feds have utilized that place in quite a bit of paperwork.
Yeah.
Before I had never seen anyone caught on camera with a pistol while I was getting pat down going in.
That's true.
Jay Reed situation had not taken place.
That's true. The only thing that happened so far is Flacco and 6 that's 17 shot him, the 16 shot him. That's it. But yeah, we're not counting. And then the Kelpie. Yeah, we ain't counting that. Yeah.
None of the things.
No gang business.
None.
Yeah.
None.
That's personal. Yeah. But no gang business.
Yes.
Had the Mexicans came up there yet? Before you was up there? It came up there extra deep, tripping on Flacco? Or
I vaguely remember that happening, but I think that was before I had come.
Okay.
But that still, to me, didn't involve.
That's still not gang business.
It's not black gang business.
Yeah, that's we don't like Flacco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's more like even when Milk came up there looking for Adam, I didn't count that.
That's wood business.
Yeah.
That's wood business.
But the fact that, when the feds, the main thing is loose cannon coming up there, being able to smut the homies up and nobody stop it.
Yeah.
And then when that turned into real things the feds was talking about in the RICO case, and we got Adam on camera saying he's happy to help the feds, it's like it's too many reasons to fall back now.
Yeah. But I'm not defending it, but that's what I mean when I say the devil you can trust. He told you, I will help the feds.
I mean, just because someone lets you know that this is what they about, that doesn't make it cool to go then occupy space with them. And then, so when they do what they told you that they was going to do, they could tell you, I told you what time it was. I just don't think it's wise to, be up there hanging out with him when you see how things is going.
I don't disagree with you, but why do you think people continue to come back after being victims of those situations and seeing others be victims of those situations?
I think clout is like the most addictive drug known to our generation. There's plenty of it there. It's basically all it provides. We even saw the female, what was the square girl that was up there recently? Tam. She had an issue where they was accusing her of just being up there for the clout that it provides, because it is a clout machine.
So what else can she get from that?
That was her point.
And what else can y'all offer this girl?
That was her point was. You have a report with her? Shout out to Tam. I really appreciated her character as a podcast.
She don't like me.
She don't know.
Nah, because she hang out with Dijon. So she gotta not like me. You feel me? But I don't be tripping off them. Y'all go see their live show. Go buy a ticket. They got a live show. Adam canceled theirs. Adam canceled his. Dijon's still going. So God willing, his be successful.
So Adam canceled a live show that he had planned.
Yeah.
I saw him speaking on that. Say he only sold like 50 tickets.
Something like that, yeah. But let me ask you this question. Now, I say where Dijon's makes sense is he's doing a concert. It's all artist-based. So he's like, you got Compton AV, you got 310 Baby and all that kind of stuff. You got people performing. Ash Bash is performing. Shout out to Ash Bash. I'm not going to not shout you out, Ash Bash. But that's not a podcast show.
Right.
Dijon's doing something totally different. So I personally don't think that any of these niggas are worth paying to go see live podcast. I can see a concert, but I wouldn't pay to go see none of you niggas podcasts.
Well, just the podcast live, I'm not sure if they are on that level unless they can have a roster of guests that brings out crowds.
So they had Haters World 607, Unk, and King Yellow.
That's who Deshaun has?
That's who Adam had. And a reunion for extras. Yeah.
Blue Devil?
Which I thought was interesting.
Blue Devil better not make his first outside of his studio appearance at No Jumper.
Well, it's canceled now.
Blue Devil.
But he was. So, all right, let's talk about that because he was.
Because Blue Devil, you've been promising for a matter of years now that you was coming in a couple of months. You know, the Black Box is supposed to be your very first step. I turned you on to a lot of people from our community to come bless your platform.
Myself included.
Yeah,
myself included.
Turn the favor, bro. What's happening with that?
So Blue Devil was in fact going, him and Opina, shout out to Opina, they were going to go on a No Jumper live show, and that was going to be. But this is why I say this might be a blessing for Blue Devil, because we know that the No Jumper fan base isn't always the most the No Jumper cast isn't always the most respective to the Mexican community. So God might have been looking out for you before a flu flam might have, been afoot. He might have been like, don't do that. You feel me? Because it's a Raza-based podcast.
But has anybody Raza-based had bad experience with No Jumper?
Wack and Blue Devil beefing. The whole Wack and Blue Devil thing.
I'm pretty sure that the live event, Wack would have made his presence.
Come on, for that. That's another. This is not a knock at Blue Devil. I'm not saying who would or who wouldn't win. But if you don't think that Wack would make an attempt to try to embarrass this man again, you're crazy. You feel me?
But I mean, Wack is the king of making a scene and nobody actually getting harmed.
And backdooring somebody to get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Jay Reed, Marciano. I guess you're right on that too. Oh, my mama.
You feel me?
Any update on that? You know who tapped in? Jermaine, Loose Cannon brother. Man.
Torties?
Yeah.
You got Turtle and Torties.
I'm going to pull up. I think I'm going to pull up and sit down with him and have a conversation, get an update on his brother.
Oh, my God.
A lot of the lies that he's told.
Look, can you do a solo and can we do him on the TrapNdaBox episode?
You want him to come to TrapNdaBox?
Hell yeah.
Well,
chat, y'all want to see Big Tortoise on TrapNdaBox? Because we got Turtle. That nigga's Tortoise.
Turtle and Tortoise.
You got Turtle and Tortoise. He ain't as slow, but he wear Nike sweats with Puma slides with no socks.
Boy, yeah, I wasn't feeling that one, man. On that street TV. Adam, who goes to a place called, if you had that on.
In the chocolates.
Yeah, if you had that on wherever you were, when you headed to street TV.
Put some shoes on.
Put some shoes on, bro. Oh, Baba. I don't know why he thought that was the cool thing to do, but different
shows for different folks, man.
Definitely.
Because I got some questions.
Well, I'm gonna see. I told him that I would get back to him after the 21st. So we do film on Fridays. I'll see, that might make sense.
Yeah, that's bad. Because I'll be back on Tuesday. I leave Saturday. I'll come back Tuesday.
Because I don't know if I have an hour worth of questions.
Oh, nigga, we could be here all day.
Exclusive updates on not only his brother, but on Big U too.
So we're going to save it for the episode. Because I don't want to say nothing to deter a guest.
I remember earlier this week, you were trying to share something with me. And I said, man, tell me Friday on the show. Have we covered that?
No, we have not.
What was that? Because it's in the back of my
You
mind.
and Cartoon have a feud going on, but the most recent feud is his story about you being locked up. Now, is his name Alshon Martin? Alshon Martin? Is it Alshon?
Alshon.
Okay, my bad. I ain't trying to disrespect the name. It's your name is your name, so I want to seem like I'm playing with it. Alshon Martin. So according to Cartoon, you and Alshon Martin were locked up together. He get into a squabble with one of your homies. You play on the toilet like you taking a dump, and then start disrespecting Nip to Alshon Martin after the fact. That's what the streets want to talk about.
That's a lie. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a lie. I was in the court tank in Compton with Cuz.
That's what's in Compton.
And he rapped a beautiful orange verse to me. We had a fan moment. He realized I was Spider Lope, and he had a whole, beautiful world is all.
Yeah, that's all you.
It was out the red verse. He took a moment to bless me and present the orange verse. He had a whole orange verse. Shout out to Cuz. I don't know where that bullshit story came from.
So according to Cartoon, Alshon Martin told him that story.
That's a lie.
There we go.
Yeah.
Chat, y'all have it. So what is this beef?
So tell me this, in the story, anywhere, did he rap an orange verse? A beautiful orange verse?
He said that Alshon had came into the court tanks, or y'all was all in the court tanks. He had got out with one of your homies. You said that you didn't know that it was one of your homies. So that's just a falsehood.
Lie. I had no homies in the tank. I was there in the corner trying not to be recognized as no type of celebrity type shit.
How long ago was this?
Years.
Okay.
Well, like G-Unit days.
Okay.
Remember Bluefoot?
Okay.
Years ago. And I was in the tank. I remember I had not been recognized on no celebrity type of shit. But I got pissed. I got up, walked across the tank to go piss, and cuz said, "Hey, ain't you so-and-so?" Yeah. And I thought that was you, man. Woo. And as a fan, he rapped an orange verse for Beautiful. All that extra other shit, I don't know where it came
So there are
from.
no fades, no conversation
fade,
about Nip being
no
disrespected.
homies, no Nip, nothing.
That's that I'm not gonna bullshit. For obvious reasons of the political structure, that is the angle being pushed, is that you are disrespecting Nipsey Hussle and you got him in your intro and all this and all that.
Well, fuck, look, man, check this out, bro. First and foremost, Cartoon is a conflicted soul. We all saw him come on the internet and said he was through conversing about this type of subject. He said he was following Jesus. He had a Bible. He's an elder, a senior. So therefore, him discussing me outside of the context of spirituality, it's just like, shut up. Okay, you say whatever you want to say. I don't give a fuck about nothing Cartoon what to say. He's one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen online. So now he want to throw lies in. That's cool. Nah, that didn't happen. What the main thing I can recall is when I met Cuz in the Tank. He rapped the orange verse, and I felt extremely honored that I inspired him so much that at the moment he met me, he couldn't wait to rap that orange verse. That's all I remember.
Oh, damn. That's a very different story.
Oh, my mama knows.
So on the chat to ask a question. Okay. So was there ever a time you was in Alabama and you was a preacher?
I went to Alabama at the age of 17 to Oakwood College.
What's up?
It's an Adventist college.
Okay.
And I went to be a theology major at the age of 17. I was there for a couple of months, caught a few cases, didn't quite stick to the plan. Yeah.
So it was never okay. So but no, because in my mind, I'm thinking that
all things that the public know,
yeah,
because I told them these are no secrets. I was 17 years old.
But 17 years old is not the age I thought in my mind at all. In my mind, I'm thinking that you're like 30. And then so in my mind, so in my mind, this is how it looks in my head. Are they trying to say this nigga got locked up and hid behind the Bible? Is what it's you feel me? But 17 years old, that's not the same situation.
No. 17 years old. My mother sent me to Huntsville, Alabama to go to a private school.
And you can go to jail in Huntsville for sure.
I definitely went to jail. I caught 3
My little cousin went to jail.
I caught 3 Class A felonies. I got there in August. By November, they was calling my mother in California, telling her I was armed and dangerous and wanted. So, my family tried to push me in a certain direction from my youth.
Because they got another college. It's like an HBCU down there, or it's another university down there?
They're both considered HBCU now. Oakwood wasn't in the past, but yes, Alabama A&M.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all told anybody familiar with Huntsville, Alabama, Oakwood, 1993 and on, ask about Goldie. They used to call me Goldie down there. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So, I mean, what's the root of this issue with you and Cartoon?
Oh, well, Cartoon.
Because he on your ass right now.
How is he on? Because he's on the internet.
Okay, let me rephrase that. So I don't want. We're not talking about nothing physical. No, whatever. From an entertainment aspect.
Even make you. I don't know if you're entertained. You may be, but if an old man is lying on me, I don't see how that's entertaining.
So I'll look at it like this: transparency. Your jokes about him be funny too. Me looking at it as being in my
joke about him.
Small teeth.
That's facts.
But that's funny.
It's not a joke.
Well, I'm
laughing at an actual fact. He has tiny teeth and tongue.
Well, I got a list. Pause.
I mean, okay.
Pause.
But I remember at the time when we first started doing this, I was advising you not to make
Yeah. But on the back end, I was being funny, and you see me learn to laugh at myself. You feel me?
Of course.
But so keeping it in that aspect. When you ask what's entertainment, this is how I look at it as me being the youngest person in the room. The OGs is having a shooting session again.
Well, I don't really feel like it's a session because what happened was I was kind of having a session with Auntie Hefe, and it's a side cheerleading nigga just jumped in from after he just told the whole world, hey, look, on this channel, I'm not talking about this shit no more. That's the part you keep forgetting. He had just tapped out of this whole sector. Then he's even more deeper of a contradiction because as his inception in this sector, he had committed himself to not even conversing about or getting involved with LA people. These are all the things he committed to. He's turned his back on all of what does he actually stand on? He turned his back on Crippin to turn Christian. Then he turned his back on Christian to come back to Crippin. He said he wasn't going to deal with no LA shit. He's doing it. What can we trust him to stand on? That's what I want to know. He went back on everything he's claimed to stand on.
Well,
at 60 years old.
Okay. I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna have a rebuttal for the stop talking about Crippin for next week. I'm gonna go back and look. Because I'm assuming it's all videos.
Oh, bro, I reacted to it. I could pull it up.
Okay, might as well find it on your page.
Came and announced that he was no longer Cartoon. He was Tony.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't know what he's going to talk about on his channel now, but it's no longer going to be gang shit. This is exactly what he said, bro.
So, has there ever been a time where you got on the internet and said you wouldn't do something and then found yourself doing it again?
Please, so deeper than that, I had a wishy-washy experience with religion, 17, that he tried to mention as a child. As a 60-year-old man, you look like a fool jumping out in front of the world saying no more Crippin is Christian and then not being able to stop at 60. I understand as a child, you know, your parents are trying to push you one way and you're trying to like.
Gotta find life.
And you haven't made your own.
Gotta find life.
But after 60 years old, what's your excuse?
So again, watching from the outside looking in, that's why I've always say, I will never go on this camera to say what I will and what I won't do. I'm gonna just try to be better today than I was yesterday. Because I might mess up.
Yeah, that's the wise thing. And
y'all gonna hold me accountable.
But I practice not speaking absolutes in general.
Okay.
I save myself from never being wrong or very seldom being wrong by leaving room
for that wiggle.
Yeah, I always.
Because as soon as you say what you would never do, man, there's somebody making a clip. This nigga said on January 2nd, 2022 at 4:56 and 28 seconds PM, and they gonna hold, nigga might bookmark it, everything, man. They gonna hold you to it.
But some people have no boundaries. Some people have boundaries that are fixed in stone and they can declare, I shall or will never do certain things. But I understand what you mean when you say you got to be careful because sometimes you can find yourself going against that even after you
because in a moment you could really feel like I never do this again. Like I ain't gonna never fuck with her again. And you just felt like that, and now look at you laying in the bed with her. But you can't say it on the camera.
One of my favorite songs is this nigga named Giveon. Don't tell my friends I'm here to visit.
Right, yeah, I know that. Right, on God.
I can't.
On God.
That's definitely one you can relate to.
Man, yeah, I mean, but you can do it. Just don't tell the camera about it.
But I don't understand how a 60-year-old man plays with the Lord like that, or he ain't got it made up right with God at this age. What motivated the 60-year-old man to come on the internet to make this stance for Christianity at this point in his life? The nigga sent me a video where he was proud of himself around Christmas time for wearing a red shirt
he showed a lot of pictures of y'all. Y'all was cool. Y'all was kicking in the PJs together, all that. Well, not the PJs, but in the Avalon Gardens and all that.
Until what? Everything
fuck
he was saying about me.
Fuck if I know.
He jumped on he's swallowing Monster Cody's.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that.
He was swallowing Monster Cody's Sprite, turned his back on Jesus. It was none of his business. The conversation was none of his business. He should have been out here speaking about Christ, and he was worried about Cody, and that's how we got here.
What if that's really his homie though?
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Genuinely.
I wouldn't give a fuck. Auntie FA was talking about my homie Slime.
Oh, that's right. You and Ant was getting into it. That's right. Okay.
He's in
I forgot that part.
Business that's not his, bro.
So it was
you keep trying to rationalize his position when he has no rational reason to be in my business, bro.
All right, so real quick to the chat. Spider was getting into it with Ant. Conversations was had about Spider by Ant. Conversations was had about Ant by Spider. Cartoon jumps in. That's where that beef branches off.
After Cartoon used his telephone on multiple occasions to call me and spent hours talking. I think 97% of the listening, they talked about you, me, him, everybody in the sector, not necessarily negative,
No, I know what you're saying.
but to be covered everything.
Yeah.
And I used to listen very shortly before this whole Auntie FA saga. So the fact that he felt like he needed to get on the internet after he committed himself to not get in Los Angeles issues, after he committed himself to not discuss street shit and only discuss Christ, when he still felt like he needed to call Auntie Hefe about me, call Kev Mack about me, and then do a video.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? And I would have to retract my argument and have to admit a wrong on my end, because I am currently not feeling Ace Boy pun over a very similar situation, a lot simpler, because don't call nobody asking questions about me when you can come find out yourself.
I remember you had next.
So now, look, shame on me.
And I doubt you and pun were as close
at all. So shame on me. Shame on me. I'm reeling it in.
You know what? Which one of these? I got something for you. There you go. I'll give you this right here.
Well, you know,
He has. Oh, that's why.
And you have more of a reason. I'm being petty. I just don't care. You actually have a legitimate reason,
bro. He and I had shit so much time on the phone where.
No, it's pictures of y'all together. So forget the phone.
Even
y'all hanging out.
Shout out Magic from AA. That's my love.
Yeah, shout out to Magic.
And he and I didn't get along for 15 years.
I know the whole story.
Okay, up until the moment. So at that moment, when Magic was being resistant to my presence, I got to give Toon his props, because I mentioned to him he was on his way back to Alabama. He said, "Man, I'll be back in 2 weeks, and we going right back to the Avalon Gardens." So I had to appreciate. I did not see the need for things to be that serious and not cause me to like tap in with Magic and get it squashed.
Yeah.
But I had really appreciate Toon for being willing to stand with me. And another thing that's crazy is Toon and my relationship started with the same type of bullshit. But I was mature enough to tap in. Shout out to T Blue, because I found out he was in Alabama. So I tapped into the east side, and we became cordial. But he decided to take it back to the internet instead of tapping in with me, and I didn't respect that. So it turned into fucking map of that.
Well, I tried, y'all. Then God willing, y'all will get it together, or you won't, whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's so unnecessary to repair. But if he had interest in repairing it, I would be totally open to it. But I'm not seeking it, chasing it, or nothing.
No,
mature enough where I see. This is the thing. I've never, ever been mad at him to this day. He's the only one seemed to have experienced anger throughout this. I've never been upset with him. I just lost respect for the way he moved and operated when he chose to call Kev Mack, chose to call Auntie Hefe, and then chose to go on internet after he had called me just last week and called me multiple times in the past. He could have said, "Hey man, Spider-Man, I ain't never heard that, man. Where you get that from, man?" We could have discussed it, but he chose to make it content. So now we making content.
You know what? And off topic, on topic, I come with a message from Spotty Face. He ain't trying to have no problem. This is not like I'm turned down on a bit, nothing like that. No, yeah, but you gotta say it for the camera. It's just a matter of, man, I shouldn't be getting into it with the homies. So really that right there.
Because I already know my heart, and he knows other people that we all. So he know I'm not trying to hold no grudge or hold nothing.
But he and I was speaking, and he was like, "Man, I ain't got no problem with Spider." He goes, "Man, I shouldn't be getting into it with no homies and blah blah." He goes, "So any of the homies out, just that's that."
Well, here,
and God willing, we'll get him up here one day.
That TrapNdaBox from the Black Box, if that is your real sentiment, you already know. Cause like buddy, you won't hear me saying nothing negative about you again, correct?
Hey, Chad, I'm 1-1. I got one. I missed with the first one. I got the second one.
And we kind of came to our tournament, and once again,
there it goes.
TrapNdaBox episode 2. We're getting this situation together. I appreciate y'all for bearing with us. It's not up to par, but it's getting better. What you gonna say, Traps? Like
one thing before you leave, I got a controversial question. How do you feel? And I'm taking it back to the very beginning. How do you feel about Adam22 crashing out on Compton Rick Rock?
I feel like Adam22 has gotten to get too comfortable with talking to people on camera in Burbank with the bumper and safety of everything that could go wrong that he would never do if he said, "Hey, why don't you come on over here?" So, Compton Rick Rock, I don't expect him to do anything other than let the white boy get away with one. You know what I'm saying? And I can't really classify as a crash out. I think Rick Rock's maturity gives Vladimir the comfort to kind of go back and forth. He's developed that with Whack. And then I think that's kind of like, you know, what he has.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Very similar.
yeah.
Because it was like arguing with Kroger Band Whack 100.
There you go.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can relate.
That's funny.
What's your last words for the people, man?
Man, say a prayer, count money, not problems, and thank God for everything.
Now I'm gonna just say gratitude is the attitude, man. Jeter.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Like with Nip Hustling. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.